The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
My friends, you have seen those faces on milk cartons or on posters scattered throughout neighborhoods. They are the faces of missing children. Their faces reminds us of every parent's nightmare, to lose their child. Kidnapping, run away from home, victim of a crime or violence, accident, sickness. All of those possibilities of losing a child are frightening. And if the fear of losing a child is a parent's worst nightmare, then the joy of finding a lost child is most likely a parent's greatest ecstasy. We have all seen those reality shows where children have been reunited with their parents whom they have never seen or even known since birth. The parents weep for joy, as do their children. But what about those children who never come back? What about those children that we have lost, that we know will never come home again? Can today's gospel story give us some insight and maybe give us some peace of heart? To begin with, we must understand that families are designed to protect children. No parent is perfect, and neither are children. But all families, in essence, take care of their children and want the best for them and the best that they can offer. Now, having said that, the other reality is also present. Families are also designed to let children go. You know, that is a lesson that Mary and Joseph learned that day in the temple. Jesus was entrusted to them for protection, for nourishment. But Jesus did not ultimately belong to them. We need to understand the same thing about our own children. They are ultimately a gift from God and are ours only for a time. Ultimately, they belong to God. Now think of that day when Mary saw her own son hanging on the cross and suffering that day. As much as she wanted to protect him and comfort him, ultimately, she had to let him go to God. If you have ever lost a child, turn to God this day and ask him to fill your heart with peace. Know that they are home once again, but this time they are in God's house, awaiting our return with just as much joy and anticipation as if they were first born.